feels like we're in a war quite often when at Fairy Creek, like we're in this war of the woods. I'm not scared of these people, and nor should you. These are the henchmen of the government. And then you forget, like, why are we here? Like, what are we defending?
Hold strong! Hold strong!
The things that are living in here have been living here for 2,000 years. I actually cry about it a lot. I'm here because I want to stand up against these colonial forces that have oppressed Indigenous people and have taken their land. Our history in Canada is really dark.
I'm taking you to a remote rainforest where land defenders are putting their bodies on the line to stop the logging of some of the last old-growth forest in British Columbia. More than 1,000 arrests have been made since the beginning of the movement 2 years ago, making it one of the largest in Canadian history. For Brut, I'm meeting up with Cheyenne Gunville, an Indigenous land defender, and we'll be hiking up to the front lines where she's been fighting for months and been arrested 8 times.
Okay, I'm getting ready to head up. I love you.
Okay. Can I fall?
No. I'll be back tomorrow at some point. Yep. I'm not sure what time. I love you.
Mommy.
Love you.
You be safe up there.
I will. I will. The land defender mom's gotta get out. Gonna grab my bag and my forearm canes, and I think we're good to go. Okay. Right back. I'll just grab my canes and then throw this dog in. There you go, load up. Can you pass me my canes? All right. All right, let's do this. The Fairy Creek blockade is a stand against Teal Jones. They are a big logging corporation. If you think about trying to protect a huge forest, we've then created all of these protection camps around Fairy Creek in order to keep industry and enforcement out of here. I just also wanted to just show you what I was talking about earlier. Right now we have a whole RCMP division that's here to target Indigenous people, and they label it on the side of their truck. You know, so for myself walking in, as soon as I see that, I feel targeted and it makes me feel unsafe. So I'm here to fight for land back. I'm here because I want to stand up against these colonial forces that have oppressed Indigenous people and have taken their lands for centuries. The things that are happening right now, all across British Columbia, all across Canada, is still a continuation of what my ancestors have dealt with, what my mom, what my grandmother. This isn't long ago. We think that these things are so far in the past, but they are not. They are here and they're still haunting us to this day. When you stand up and you use your voice against these colonial forces, they try to silence you. My arrests at Fairy Creek have been really violent. I've been punched in the face. I've been thrown to the ground by my braids. And all of my arrests look like this. They don't want me to be out there protecting these lands and speaking the truth. And so they'll do anything they can to take me down. We are on our way up to the river camp, Landback Bridge. So we've got about a 2-hour hike ahead of us. At one point along the way, we probably used to be 20 protection camps from HQ all the way up to river. So we'll get to pass those along the way as well.
How many are there now?
None.
They even saw us?
No, I don't think so. He's going so fast. You know, it's not summer camping anymore, and so we're really getting down to really low numbers for everything.
How are you feeling?
Legs are burning. In December 3 years ago, I started to feel really unwell. I would say within 6 months, I started to lose my ability to walk. 4 months later, I woke up and I lost my ability to talk, so I couldn't talk for 10 months. I was misdiagnosed 7 times. It really depends who you ask. My last diagnosis was something called functional neurological disorder. I did some really, really intensive treatments months before coming out to Fairy Creek, which made me really unwell in the moment, but in the long term, it's actually really helped me. You know, last year at this time, I was having, you know, an average of like 10 to 15 seizures a day and tremors. So my body would be going from tremors to seizures, tremors to seizures. And I remember laying in my bed thinking, like, I don't know how I'm gonna keep living, like how to keep going. Once we get to river camp, this will be my biggest hike that I've done in over 3 years. And this will be, you know, something to celebrate because I almost didn't want to keep living last year. So I didn't know how I could continue, so hooray. Going to defend the lands of Fairy Creek. Strawberry!
No way! Dude, you f***ing made it up? Yeah! No f***ing way!
Yes!
Dude, yeah, we just kind of got murdered, but where we pushed them... Wait, thank you, let's not...
They just left.
They f***ing left.
They're
left.
giving up every night.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're gonna build again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to throw down for tomorrow. In whatever way. I can lock myself into something. It's gonna be a f***ing torrential downpour tomorrow.
Hi! Oh my god, new faces! Strawberry? Yeah.
Strawberry.
I wouldn't miss it. This is my home for months.
Hi, Strawberry.
Hello! It is really challenging to be here because we're dealing with aggressive brutality with the police, with loggers. We're in all elements at Fairy Creek. Whether it's like torrential downpours, it's snowing, it's hailing. We're literally living outside and our camps constantly get taken. But 2 people right now that are in Loraxes and they've got their arms in a device that they'll put their arms into and then lock into. We tell people quite often, like, be prepared to be in this dragon for a couple days. Like, you could be here anywhere from an hour to 2 days.
Right now my arm is attached into the ground in what we call a dragon. And yeah, I'm here blocking the road to protect the last of the old growth forests.
Are you concerned about the police?
Well, I've seen them be like really violent here. Like I've seen them do a lot of crazy things, but I think being here is more important than whatever they might do. So if we wait any longer, these forests will be cut down, and if we wait any longer on climate change, you know, it'll be too late to turn back. So this is it, and the government is not stepping up to that at all. And so, you know, at a certain point, enough is enough, and we have to do things ourselves.
It's just a nice reminder to come into the old grove. This is a really special place to me. I spend a lot of time here in the summer, and I also think that this forest is why my body healed so much as well. This area is actually an area that they really want to log. There are some really big trees in here, and this is one of them. You know, I know that all the things that are living in here, you know, she's probably like close to 2,000 years old, and I know from biologists, they've said that, you know, once that these trees are gone, that these ecosystems are extinct. Is there police presence?
There's one truck sitting at the Y.
Okay. Okay.
The earth is my body, the river is my blood, the trees are my veins, and this is what I want. The earth is my body, the river is my blood, the trees are my veins, and this is what I want. We stand together in your name. Us and the trees, we are the same. We stand together in your name. Us and the trees, we are the same. Thank you.
Our friend needs to urinate and I'm trying to help them urinate. Let me do that.
They're not in custody.
Sorry?
They're not under arrest. They're not in custody. If they want to unclip and urinate, take care of it.
No, this...
Come over here.
I'm not going near you.
I'll have a chat with you.
I'm not going near you. You guys just tried to nab me. I'm not coming near you.
I'll have a chat with you.
No.
The targeting that happens is just trying to help my friend urinate, and then called me an instigator when I'm part of the instigating of this. And then they tried to grab my bag and grab me. Managed to get my bag off of them. But we're just trying to help our friend.
Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe! Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe!
We keep us safe!
We keep us safe!
It's funny, isn't it? We're not going anywhere. So we continued to hold the line, I would say till probably around 5 or 6 o'clock. And so, so it was a successful day in the way that we prevented industry and enforcement from being able to move anywhere. They weren't able to do any extractions. So a small group of us decided that we were going to get ready to head back down the mountain. And so after hiking probably 7 kilometers, I was a kilometer away from roadside camp, and I was what I felt like ambushed by police.
Well, stop resisting.
Stop resisting! Stop targeting me! Let her go! Get my face out of the fucking dirt! Let my arm go! You ran out of the bush to attack her!
I just remember my name being yelled and then getting thrown to the ground.
They're arresting Strawberry. Hey,
Let me go!
stop dragging her.
Guys, we always gotta stick together. Like, they just fucking targeted me.
I'm so sorry, Strawberry.
Because they're racist f***ing assholes, that's why. What's their reasoning for saying why it's happening?
Oh, that's how you arrest me. That's how you arrest an Indigenous woman, and this is how you arrest me?
You are disgusting. Disgusting.
And it's hard not to be like angry and frustrated and like not want to rage because of the color of my fucking skin. We're exposing that the genocide of the land is still happening, that the genocide of the people is still happening, that the Pachi Dad of this land are being silenced through revenue share agreements because they've been oppressed and put onto a reserve with nothing. I have so much hope because I've never seen people pull their resources together and come in and just every day, like, we're not getting paid to be here. We don't have all the resources that they have, but we're still here and they still haven't taken us out. And so I have some I have some hope, you know? And I think that's why I'm here, is because I still have hope because of the people.